Welcome one and all back to Kings and Queens accounting class. We are now going to be looking at the second half of our activity that we have started with 2017 past paper. Let's get on into it. Question 31. The gross profit of a firm is 7,200. Bad debt is 200. Insurance paid is $1,240, which includes a prepayment of $40. What is the net profit of the firm? How do we work this out? All right, bad debt is an expense, so we're going to subtract that 200 from the gross profit. Yes, will leave us with 7,000. There is an insurance paid and a prepayment of $40. We'll subtract the prepayment of the insurance from the insurance paid, which will leave us with 1,200, and we'll subtract that from the 7,000, and our answer for that question is 5,800. C. Item 32. The control accounts are needed. Control accounts are needed to, and our answer is A, locate errors. Item 33. Which of the following is a type of control account? And our answer is C, general journal. Item 34. Cash sales paid not entered into the books. This is an error of, let's go again. Cash sales were not entered into the books. So the error would be omission. A would be the appropriate answer. Item 35, and it refers to the following. Item 35 refers to the following information provided by K, a sole trader. All right, let's examine this question. They're asking us to find what is K's credit sales for the month. This information is relating to sales ledger control accounts. So we draw for sales ledger control accounts by, on the debit side, by opening balance of 3,000, or return inwards on the credit side of 500, bad debt on the credit side of 200, discount allowed on the credit side of 100, check received from debtors on the credit side of 7,000, and of course we're also going to have on the credit side the closing sales ledger balance of 4,000. So we'll subtract, add and subtract, and the difference we will get is B, 8,800. So the answer is B, 8,800. Item 36. At the end of the year, the capital of a business was 33,000. At the beginning of the year, the capital was 28,000. During the year, the owner withdrew 2,000 for personal use. What is the net profit for the year? All right. Now, in a question such as this, we add what we use to subtract and subtract that we use to add in the balance sheet. So we are going backwards, starting with the closing capital. And then we're going to add the joins to the closing capital. Then we subtract the opening capital figure, and that result will be $7,000, which is B. Item 37 refers to the following information presented there. What is the inventory at the end of January? And our answer is 1,300. How do we come by that? We add the opening inventory plus purchases will give us 2,700. Subtract the cost of goods sold from it, which is 1,400, and our closing inventory would be 1,300. Item 38 rather. Which of the following accounts are nominal? Answer is A, wages and rent. Item 39, the customer who owed $20,000 returned goods valued at $3,000. He then settled his outstanding balances by paying $15,300. The discount allowed is to this customer is, how do we do that now? First thing, we're taking the 3,000 from the 20,000, which would be leaving 17,000, right? If he has paid 15,300, then we should subtract the 15,300 from the 17,000, and our answer would be D, 1,700. That would be the discount that he would have received, 1,700, D. Item 40, the purpose of an appropriation account is to, and our answer is A, to show how the net profit is distributed to the partners or cooperative. Item 41, which two of the following items are not recorded in the appropriation account? Our answer is B. What does B says? 1 and 4. 1 is interest and loans, and the other is, did I say? Yes, we're saying it is B, and that's 4. And 4 is withdrawal by partners. Those are not recorded in the appropriation account. It is interest and joins and interest and capital, that is. So our answer is B. In this case, our answer is B. Let's go to item 42. It says item 42 and 43 refers to the following information. Select the two terms below which correctly complete the items 42 and 43. All right, let's take 42. Interest on join is, and we have to identify, and our answer is A. Interest on join. A is 1 and 3. We debit to the current account, and 3, we debit to the appropriation account. All right, let's go to the next one. 43, interest on capital is, interest on capital, what do we do with interest on capital? We are going to credit the current account. Yes, interest on capital, we're going to credit the current account, and as well as in the appropriation account, we are going to be so item 43 then would be C, 2 and 3 only. Why? Interest on capital is an income to the partner, which will be credited in the what now? In the current account, but it's a deduction from the profit. Yes, so that is why it's debited in the appropriation account. Item 44 says Mr. Green and Mrs. Brown agreed to establish a partnership, and each deposited $5,000 into a bank account, Green and Brown and Company. How should this be recorded in the books of the partnership? And our answer is D. We're going to debit the partnership bank account of $10,000, and we're going to credit the partner's capital account of $5,000. Remember now, it says that Mr. Green and Mrs. Brown agrees to establish a partnership, and each deposited $5,000 into the bank account, Greed and Brown Company. How should this be recorded in the books of the partners? So the partnership bank account is going to be $10,000 receiving to the partnership account, and each partner who is putting $500 will be credited. All right, so that it is D. Let's move on. 46. Oh, yes, 46 or 45. Sorry, 45. Which of the following figure is associated with the private limited companies? And the answer is B. Shares not sold publicly. Next, item 46. A company proposes a 10% rate of dividends. The shareholders who owns $500, $2 ordinary shares will receive dividend of, and our answer is B, $50. Right? 500, he owns 500 $2 shares, so multiply 2 by 500 give us $1,000. 10% of $1,000. Hold on, if I might do it right, $500. He has 500 $2 ordinary shares will be 500 $2 ordinary shares. So item 47, the answer for item 47 is A. How do we acquire that? We're going to add the 10,000 plus the 15,000 plus the 8,000, subtract from the 60,000. Item 48, when a company declares a dividend of 15%, the dividend warrant sent to the shareholder who owns 1,500 ordinary shares at $1 is, and it is 15% of, then it will be 15% of 1,500, and that would be B, $225. Item 49, which of the following is an example of a cooperative? And the answer would be D, a credit union. So D would be the appropriate answer for item 49, a credit union. Item 50 refers to the following. Item 50 refers to the following information. And so we've received an appropriation account, and we're asked what conclusions would be drawn from the appropriation account above. Upon examining this, we can see that there is a profit of $26,000. So our answer is A, 1 and 2. The company has recently come into existence, and 2, we're saying the company is engaged in a profitable enterprise. All right, so it is 1 and 2, which is A. Let's move on. Question 51. Sorry. An example of a capital expenditure is money spent for, answer is D, purchasing a new building. Item 52 refers to the following information provided at the hearing. We're asked to determine the accumulative fund. So this is really a statement of affairs. So our assets would be cash in hand, yes, and the grounds, yes, and the subscription in advance. And we subtract